epic.
There is this freaking scumbag. He just looks like the absolute worst.
And tonight, our I-team is digging into the operator of the boat that crashed into the ferry.
He just looks like a mutant.
Investigative journalist Adam Walser takes a closer look at a 2019 crash involving that same man operating that same boat, which injured 3 people.
All of a sudden, we hear the first mate yelling, hey, hey, hey. And
a chaotic scene Sunday night after a power...
It was weird. I was at a cocktail bar just chilling at the chill room, and that's when the news broke, and I was like, it's like 20 minutes away. It's weird when stuff that's bad happens really close to you.
Powerboat operated by Jeffrey Knight slammed into the Clearwater Ferry, carrying 44 people.
Drunken moron.
Shaken passengers recall the terrifying moment.
We looked back behind us, and this big yacht just came through the boat.
The incident was captured by a Clearwater City camera. Jeffrey Knight's boat can be seen coming from behind and colliding with the ferry.
Yeah, he did.
I don't understand how fast they were going, like how that is even logically possible.
Rescue workers scrambled to help.
We had 6 trauma alerts. We had 2 people flown by helicopter to local hospitals.
Jose Castro, a father of 2, died from the crash. Knight has not been charged in connection with that.
Of course, because he's the owner of Jannus Live, a local venue, and he's rich. And the rich always get away with it. And to the everyday average Joe, if you fucking did that, you would be charged. And that should make you mad.
An accident. But the I-team has confirmed that Knight was cited for another crash involving that same boat.
Oh, yeah.
Which crashed into a different pontoon boat.
Sounds like he shouldn't be behind the wheel.
Causing serious injuries.
It's a vessel versus pontoon near Skyway with 1 injured subject being brought into Maximo.
Knight's 37-foot-long powerboat hit a 21-foot-long pontoon boat
at
the Sunshine Skyway Bridge just after 2 p.m. on Monday, September 2nd, 2019, which was Labor Day.
There is an update. There's going to be 2 more subjects who are injured.
Labor Day's crazy in Florida. You got all the cops on the road because no one knows how to drink responsibly on Labor Day.
EMS is currently 1051. Dispatch believes they'll be transported to Bayfront.
According to the FWC report, Knight's boat was traveling at an estimated speed of 45 miles an hour when it hit the pontoon boat, which was going 8 miles an hour. The report says the operator of the pontoon boat was a medical doctor who performed first aid on the injured passengers, while someone from Knight's boat drove the damaged pontoon boat to Maximo Park, where ambulances were waiting to take them to Bayfront Hospital.
All right, so there's that.
Hospital.
Patient number 1, female victim, trauma alert, has a head injury and laceration. Patient number 2 is another female, trauma alert with abdominal injuries.
The third passenger had a non-life-threatening knee injury. Knight's 3-engine, 1,000-horsepower boat, which records show he purchased a year earlier for $381,000, had far less damage than the pontoon boat. Knight wrote in a statement for FWC investigators, quote, "I looked down to check my GPS when the other boat came across my bow."
Oh, yeah, you must be looking down really quickly. Maybe doing a bump of cocaine.
He was charged with careless operation of a vessel and collision with a vessel 28 days later.
Green light's on the right hand side of the boat, so this boat's coming from right to left.
We asked retired Tampa Police Department Marine Officer Randy Lopez, who has investigated hundreds of boat crashes during his 33-year career, to review the report, which said Knight was at fault for this accident.
The smaller boat is to stand on because it's going...
Yeah, Knight's a decently known guy in the area. Can you imagine being like going to Publix and everyone knows who you are because you're a scumbag?
Going right to left.
Yeah.
The bigger boat is to give way. He should have slowed and went behind him.
Lopez says investigators determined Knight violated navigation rules and didn't have a lookout. When you hit a vessel going 45 miles an hour and this other one's going 8 miles an hour, what's that going to be that impact?
Like again, like you're looking at the disparity in the two in the size and the makeups of the vessel. Pontoons sit lower in the water. That's by design. They're slower moving boats. So that boat up running 45 miles an hour, it's going to run right right up on top of it. You look at the damage to the pontoon. You look and go, I'm surprised.
But he's rich, so he's getting away with it, kind of.
Nobody got killed, because when that boat came up, had somebody been sitting right there or standing right there, they'd have taken that boat full force.
So there's that, and then there's this.
We're going to start tonight with some new developments in connection with that deadly ferry crash in Clearwater, including an update on the man at the helm of the other boat.
Plus, the FWC is now asking for the public's help in its investigation. News Channel 8's Lenny Supal joins us in Clearwater with tonight's updates. Lenny.
What up, baby?
Good evening. Well, officials said that the man driving the boat is Jeff Knight, and his name is very familiar in the community. He's the owner of a popular concert venue called Jannus Live. Now,
I think we've heard of it. You ever heard of Tropicana Field?
Now, he isn't facing any charges in the case, but the venue released a statement that came as a bit of a surprise, saying he is stepping down from his
because he's a scumbag, and you can't have that attached to him.
Position. At the same time, investigators also released a statement with a specific request in the case. It's a sound that resonated across Clearwater Bay. A father capturing the departure of this emergency airlift with his son on board. It's one of many rescues Sunday night after a sunset cruise turned to chaos. A private boat slammed into this 40-foot ferry, crashing into a crowd of nearly 4 dozen people on board.
There was a lot of blood. People running everywhere. People, they were smelling fuel.
Stephen Whitehurst recovering from a gash in his leg that's several inches deep, but the horror he witnessed is a wound that may never heal.
See a bunch of broken limbs. You know, that's what got me. He
it's sad.
Literally wiped out everything in the center of the boat, and
because he's a moron.
You know, and then as he ripped his boat out of there, he was dragging people too.
3 days later, the investigation comes with mounting questions and concerns. Jose Castro, a Palm Harbor father of 2 young girls, was killed.
My brother is not coming back. This is part of life. I never thought that we're going to be in a tragedy like this, but I want the responsible person to pay for this.
Yes. The problem is, I don't know if you will. But Jeff Knight, when it's all said and done, you will always be remembered as a loser.
Happy Hot Topic.
And he's creeping around a restaurant in Bradenton. This burglar knows his way around, though, and he should, because investigators say, well, he's actually the general manager. Fox 13's Jordan Bowen has more tonight on the mistake he made that led investigators right to him.
Watch as a masked man can be seen on surveillance video making his way through this restaurant. But this is no unfamiliar territory for him. This alleged burglar is very aware of his surroundings. That's because the restaurant police say he burglarized is Oak and Stone, where he is not only an employee, but the general manager.
Every step of this.
I love Oak and Stone. Oh, by the way, the reporter or the public information officer is Meredith Sensu. Gosh, she's freaking hot. Hi!
This was captured on camera, and I think, maybe that wasn't considered by the burglar.
Police first responded to the restaurant here on First Avenue in Bradenton Tuesday morning after an employee noticed cash in the safe missing and the door unlocked. When they arrived, they found surveillance video showing a masked man walking into the restaurant around 6 a.m. and then walked straight into the manager's office where he can be seen unplugging the other surveillance cameras. But he forgot about the city's cameras.
Loser!
Because we have such a great network of cameras that belong to the city or belong to local businesses, we were actually able to trace the steps of the person who entered the restaurant.
All right, and I dedicate this to that guy.
Loser! You're a loser! Are you feeling sorry for yourself? Well, you should be, because you are dirt! You make me sick, you big baby! Baby want a bottle? A big dirt bottle?
Happy hour. Happy hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Happy hour will be right back.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.